What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here to give my quick review and observation of the qualifying session at the Jeddah Grand Prix. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video guys. So let's start off with the Q1 knockouts, it being Zhou in P20, Sargent in P19, Gasly in P18, Ocon in P17 and Valtteri Bottas in P16. Moving on to my observations of the Q1 session, Alpine's poor form continues. I mean, if I'm not wrong, I think Alpine is one of the teams that did not bring any upgrade package to the Jeddah Grand Prix because they are still clueless as to what are the flaws of their own concept. Yikes. So both the Alpines got knocked out in Q1 and things are not looking good at the Alpine camp because considering the past performances of the team at the Jeddah Grand Prix, this has to be one of their worst. And I'm sure that both Alonso and Piastri are relieved more than happy to have moved away from the team. Behrmann's great pace. Honestly, I was left a bit disappointed with Behrmann's first push lap in Q1, but his second run was right on pace and was actually really good for it being his first ever proper push lap on that car in this track. I'm glad to see him being comfortable with the car and not being too afraid to push the car to its limits, especially on a track like Jeddah. With him going for his third consecutive push lap, I realized that he was fueled more than 5 to 6 laps for him to go for that third consecutive push lap. That reasons his slow first push lap. Sargent continues his traditions. Sargent yet again got out-qualified by his teammate and got knocked out in Q1, being the only Williams car to get knocked out in Q1. I mean, what a horrible show from him. Honestly, he has no excuses this time out, as this is his second time visiting the track and should have been better prepared if he found this track to be challenging. I'll excuse Logan's performance at the Bahrain Grand Prix as there were external factors contributing to his poor form there, but here it's really all on him. And the way he just blocked Hülkenberg on his push lap was just too dangerous. Moving on to my Q2 knockouts, it was Hülkenberg in P15 who did not get to set a lap time as his engine decided to fail on him. Ricciardo in P14, Magnus in P13, Albon in P12 and Oliver Behrmann in P11. Moving on to my Q2 observations, Ricciardo's horrid pace. I mean, can we just take a moment to appreciate Tsunoda here? I mean, out-qualifying his more experienced teammate who is also a multiple Grand Prix winner? No slouch. That too not once but twice in a row. That too by a very healthy margin as well. Ricciardo, man, I don't know, because he got closer to Tsunoda because of a different strategy and his real raw pace on two different circuits is actually slower than Tsunoda's. And to be fair, this is what Tsunoda needs to do consistently to prove his worth in the team. Behrmann's messy session. Behrmann, in his own words, had a very messy session in Q2, with making multiple mistakes at the end of Sector 1 which was costing him valuable lap times. But still, P11 is a very decent shout, strategic pole, so that gives him the flexibility with the strategy to move up the field. And at the end of the day, points are scored on the race day, so tomorrow is where it's all at, and his race pace seemed fairly consistent in FP3, which is very encouraging. So let's see what he can do from here. He honestly has both the talent and the car to finish in the points, so it's now all on him. He needs to settle down his nerves and get a calm and collected race start, as turn 1 could usually get pretty chaotic at Jeddah. And I'm moving on to my top 10 starting order. It's Stroll in P10, Tsunoda in P9, Hamilton in P8, Russell in P7, Norris in P6, Piastri in P5, Alonso in P4, Perez in P3, Leclerc in P2 and Verstappen once again takes pole. Moving on to my Q3 observations, Red Bull 1-3. A great show from Red Bull. Max takes pole for the first time at Jeddah and this is Red Bull's third pole at this track, and they took pole by a very comfortable 3/10 margin over P2. I guess my optimism has been shattered by Max once again. But a solid showing from Perez put him P3 on the grid. I'm sure getting a good start to the race, a Red Bull 1-2 might be on the cards yet again. Leclerc pulls a miracle out on the track. Leclerc's pace was good, but it was good enough for him to secure P3 at the qualifying. But somehow he managed to pull an absolute blinder and a miracle to qualify P2, splitting the bulls. Alonso's wise tactics. Alonso on his final run cleverly took some slipstream from Hamilton. at the start of his push lap. So I was like, wait, are we gonna see Alonso on pole position, as he was on fire this weekend so far, as the slipstream effect is actually quite powerful at that part of the track. Until sector 3, Alonso was improving on his lap time. He was just a tenth shy of max. But the last sector is what denied him of another front row start at this track in succession: Hamilton's shocking pace. Hamilton was having a horrible qualifying here at Jeddah, and Hamilton since 2021 has never really had a smooth qualifying session here, and that streak continues. How ironic that this is also the last track that he took his Grand Prix win, which honestly sounds like something that happened ages ago. And at that time it was all filled with controversy and chaos. I mean, who all remember the 2021 Jeddah Grand Prix? Something else. 2021 magic. I wish we can have a similar season like that. Don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. So yes guys, on the whole, the qualifying session definitely delivered a great spectacle. I mean, the close walls and the high speed nature of the track really puts the F1 car speed into perspective. Though the fight for a race win might be out of reach, I'm still excited about tomorrow's race to see how battles between Leclerc, Alonso and Perez pans out, and see how Behrman progresses through the field. So yes guys, with that being said, I would like to wrap up this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments on what are your thoughts on the qualifying session and how do you think the race is gonna pan out. What is your observation of the qualifying session as well? Leave it down in the comments. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed to the Ren Master channel already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Ren Master, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.